Right, welcome back. We are going to do the UCS mission this time. Um, this is coming back from the ED mission that we just completed. I have done some minor tweaking with my microphone picking up. I hope it sounds a lot better than the last one. I apologize for that. But we are going into the UCS today. Oop. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. There we go. Oh. All right, the UCS is very robotic. As you can tell, it's a very different look to the UCS compared to the Eurasian Dynasty. The LC have another difference as well. The UCS is based around the US, the United States, Canada, America areas. Whereas the Eurasian Dynasty is based on Russia, Asia, and Europe. The UCS is the middle ground in technological advancements. They are based around plasma unit, robotic artificial intelligences. The mission goals are the exact same: deliver 1 million credits to the Mars project, not the Exodus project. Each project, both the Eurasian Dynasty and the United Civilized States have a 1 million credit requirement. The Lunar Corporation requires only 500,000. That's their advantage. However, the UCS and Eurasian Dynasty have a lot more interest. They have almost twice as many units as the Lunar Corporation does. Basic premise, the basic difference is, please go away. Instead of building the Eurasian Dynasty, when required to acquire resources, requires you to build a mine on top of the resource patches. The UCS requires a new unit called the Harvester. The Harvester directly digs straight from the mining spot directly. This allows them to immediately only build one building for resource collection from now on, instead of the Eurasian Dynasty's two. Eurasian Dynasty has the least efficient method of gathering resources, with the Lunar Corporation having the most efficient. The UCS also has these special power transmitters, energy transmitter buildings, which allow you to transport energy from a central energy source. This will come into play later. The UCS power buildings also are, I think, twice as powerful as the Eurasian Dynasty equivalents. No, they're 4 times more powerful than the Eurasian Dynasty versions. And they are expandable with 400 power or 200 power to each power plant. This makes them, they're twice as powerful. However, they have a major weakness. They're known to go nuclear should they blow up, so you have to protect these things a lot more. Builder units of this race, or faction, are the Mammoth robot. They will be transporting our resource. They will be doing the exact same thing the Gruzzes did for the Eurasian Dynasty. The transport is the Albatross. It's more of a jet kind of system. And the main unit we're going to be using are these guys for a little while. They're bipedal robots. I'm going to just quickly set up these controls. And of course, I forgot there's no screen. Where are you? Rotate building. Okay. We go to graphics. We're going to set. We're going to keep that off because I still haven't. I'm recording all 3 at once. Turn on electronics and temperature. Temperature is going to be even more important because when facing the Eurasian Dynasty because of their laser technology. The UCS uses plasma technology, and the LC uses electronic base, elec electric light technology. I'm just gonna set these guys to start producing units, and we're going to go to Ural again. This is similar to the
The next 24 hours will see heavy cloud buildup. Daytime temperatures will reach 50 below, dropping to 90 below tonight. There will be a light southerly breeze, and a depression from the east will bring thunderstorms and snow.
Alright, I didn't accidentally skip it that time. Oh, I gotta change that. Oh, that is gonna drive me nuts. Where is... Turn that on. Selection. Square. Turn that. I gotta make sure it actually saved. Not. Well, I always mess something up in one of these videos. Turn that off. Good. Alright. We are collecting 20,000 resources, just like the last one. However, unlike the last one, we don't have to go too very far. Terribly far. The same F9 method works for power plants, but these power plants are almost twice as big as the Eurasian Dynasty versions. And we are now just gonna... Oh! Something different from the Eurasian Dynasty compared to UCS is the power grid now has these cyan power points. This is because the Eurasian Dynasty does not have the wireless transmitters. The wireless transmitters can be built in the cyan areas to extend the range of the power plants. This is one of the unique features of the United Civilized States. We are going to head to the mission with those guys. We're going to check the researches. Basically the same as Eurasian Dynasty had. And we're going to head to the mission location. We're going to hit the ore transport base, the UCS's version of the ore transporter from the Eurasian Dynasty. We do not need a landing zone because this map came with a landing zone for us. We also have a vehicle production center, just like the last one. They build domes over their buildings, whereas the Eurasian Dynasty uses struts. I personally prefer the LC's method, but we'll come to that when we come to that. These harvesters, unlike the Eurasian Dynasty, however, can be upgraded to allow flight and better armor, as well as better storage capacity. So these guys can actually become very potent miners. So yeah. Since I don't want to bore you guys this time, we're going to go exploring. Maybe get a little bit of combat in. Even go off the effects of night and day.
Mech out. Path calculated. Checkpoint programmed.
Part of me worries that I should probably stay put until drop it off there.
Checkpoint programmed. Checkpoint set.
That's right. Gotta set up our units again. They're just dropping off the... Okay, so we've got the constructor unit, as I mentioned before. Tigers are the UCS light battle machinery. Unlike the Eurasian Dynasty, which had the Pamir and the Taiga, the Tiger is capable of equipping both the heavy starter weapon and the light starter weapon. We're going to get the chain gun and the grenade launcher. However, unlike the Eurasian Dynasty, you notice that there's no banner for the UCS. That's where we're going to have issues later. Because without a banner, you can't easily protect your base. You can't level up your base, stuff like that. However, banners do get the ability to be placed on buildings. So we should have no issue. Also, note that the UCS requires far less power in order to get their main structures going and resources. This is another thing that I think the UCS has over the Eurasian Dynasty. The UCS requires a lot less buildings to get going, whereas the Eurasian Dynasty requires at least 3. The LC only require 2 buildings, plus building expansions. We'll get to that again in the next episode. The UCS, I find, is the one that I have the least experience with, but I'm more likely to win with. The Eurasian Dynasty is the faction that I have the hardest time with, but have the most experience with. It's weird like that. These power plants can be upgraded 4 times. As you can see, there's 0 out of 4 generators. Also, I moved my little icon over to here so it's out of the way. I realized I put it over the stat screen. That was a bad idea. Each one of these little reactors, you can add up to 4 of them onto a main power plant. They each add 200 power to the power plant. So you can effectively make these power plants generate 1,400 power. A UCS base rarely needs more than 2 of these things, whereas a Eurasian base requires maybe 4 or 5 for an equivalent size. I will not be using headquarters building later on in the game because I don't like using headquarters. I like having control over what I build. We're going to send this back to base with the 5,000 resources. Not. And the goals are only 4,000. Once it hits 10,000, I'll send out the tigers to start exploring the world. I don't want to fail the first mission. It'd be kind of embarrassing after all. Yeah, I don't think much more needed to be done at the moment. And we're good. I actually got some water this time.
Transporter arrived.
Alright, the transporter's back at base. So we can take the resources and we're back. This is our starport. You know, that big place that was in the Eurasian Dynasty that sent off that supply to the base. This is the equivalent for the UCS. I'll let you see that once. See how this looks once I get in the 10,000 it needs to launch double. Oh, there you go. I'll get another harvester down there. Yeah, unlike the Eurasian Dynasty, the UCS does not come with many transporters or harvesters for their base. So we have to build a little bit. Let's see, how many research facilities we have? I don't research buildings. Yeah, research though. So where did they put the research building? Refinery. Ah, there's the research building. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly put panels down. So that we get faster research. I forgot to do that with the Eurasian dynasty. Oopsies. No. There, there. You, there, there. These first 3 episodes are going to be a little slow and monotonous. I apologize ahead of time for that, but it's how it happens. There's still not enough resources for a launch.
All systems
Let's...
Commencing operation.
Unlike the Eurasian dynasty, where you have to go to the mine to find out how many resources are in a resource location, for the UCS, you have to go to the harvester itself. It tells you your resources down here. I kind of like it a little bit more, honestly, but it's confusing at first. I can actually explain this energy transmitter a little bit more by showing a demonstration of it. Once this guy moves over here to lay out the structure.
Unit online. Unit out.
It's one thing I do like. All the races have a different design for their constructing. I like that idea a lot. Notice how the power grid has suddenly expanded to encompass this new area, and now I can set down a transmitter here, for example. That is what I kind of like about the UCS. Also, how come it's so buggy here? Range. Think it. He wonders if that doesn't even work. Yeah, this should be that's the 10,000 load. And these transmitters do not require power themselves, so don't have to worry about that. Here in seconds. There. And it's sending the ship. Very simple, but it works. Alright, so since we're halfway done, we're exploring.
System activated. Checkpoint set. Path calculated. Checkpoint programmed. Checkpoint set.
We're just going to explore a bit
Programmed.
while we wait for the rest of the materials to come in.
Orders understood. Checkpoint set.
I don't oh, and there's the
Discrimination started.
Eurasian dynasty. We're going to get a message in a few moments. Yep. Yeah, the main key with this game is you're gonna have to single out and target weaker targets. The UCS Tigers are weaker than the Eurasian Dynasty Palmirs because of their primary weapons. I don't expect the Tigers to stand a chance here. And I'm not very good at micro in this game, so I apologize for my newbiness, but I wanted to show off a little bit of gunplay. Just gonna call the transporter to
Mech operational.
send some base defense.
Hit.
Incorrect.
Systems checked.
Also have the ability to create a refinery now
Lost unit.
because the enemy's active. And yeah, we don't have the ability to create a defense turret yet.
Mech ready to go. Out.
5 seconds.
Mech ready. Mech ready.
Transporter
Received.
The UCS is required to outnumber the Eurasian Dynasty vehicle at most times. Later in the game, the LC are more about overpowering the enemy with their higher technology, and the Eurasian Dynasty is halfway in between. I find, out of my own personal opinion. Set destination there so that when the vehicle comes in, yeah. Now, longer. I'll probably just fast forward this unless I've got something. If something else pops up, I'll cut to that.
transporter arrived.
So, for the time being, super speed. Or maybe not. I'll do super speed if there's nothing happening for an extended period of time later on in the series. First episode, we'll just play normal speed, normal everything.
Access granted.
Just about
Access granted.
mission.
Order transferred.
Another ship off. Yeah, 1,000 more and we'll be done.
All systems checked. Unit out.
That mammoth out of here. Upgrades. Do not plan to upgrade the Tiger unless I have to. And now wait to do the mining again. This won't happen often. I do like the style of the game though. Very nice. Pretty well done for one of the first 3D RTSs. God, I miss games like this. All of the RTSs these days are usually squad-based militaries units like Dawn of War, games like that. Always squad-based. Kind of miss the old days where they were tile-based, single unit armies. While you could technically make them into a squad like this, as you can see, you can now select one and it'll select the entire group. So it's kind of like the squad. So,
Checkpoint program.
and they'll always try to keep together with each other as well.
Orders received.
You can also quick select them.
Mech ready.
Oh. These are good for hunting down civilian units you don't want to lose, but
Building under attack.
alright.
Have sustained a hit.
Structure destroyed.
Mech ready. Target started under fire. Sustained hit. All systems active. Activated. I am hit. Weapons
it'll be very unlikely I'll be attacking anyone in the LC version of this mission. Because, well, this ends up happening. Come on.
Mech ready to go. That's a sustained hit. Need help. Unit online.
Alright, we are getting out of here.
Need help. Enemy contact in range.
This is this is the main reason the game suggests you don't go exploring in this first mission.
Building under attack.
Then again, I did
Urgently request help.
kind of do it knowing. Alright.
Enemy contact. Has
Yeah,
sustained
strange
hit.
thing about this game is the units actually get out of each other's way if they're in the way. I'm gonna find it a little goofy. Even if they're other,
Destroyed.
like, other faction units. Gotta hurry and get this transporter loaded. Alright, it's loaded. Ending the mission now will result in success. Alright. It also speeds up the time the transporter gets back here. Also, I really wish I could pass this issue. Alright, so there's the transporter. And
Transporter.
have the
arrived.
250 soon. If not, it's just 250. Yeah, we're not. Oh well. That's fine. Take, unload. Just getting all the units off.
Mech ready. Mech ready. Path
Now,
calculated.
here we have two missions we can do. We'll most likely be doing both of them next time in the UCS campaign because this one is a short one. It's a test of the long-range transportation systems. The UCS can teleport and be pretty effective if you know how to use it. And I hope to use the teleporter system in this campaign. But it is time to save it up and end the episode. So, everyone have a good night, and we'll see each other later.